Hey man, listen, man. Lesson of the week is simple, okay? Everybody out there, listen up. If you don't accept the lowercase L sometimes, just open up yourself for the capital L, okay? A lot of times we're stubborn, we don't want to listen, we want to try to fight, we don't want to take the loss, but sometimes you got to take the lowercase L, okay? Because man, you don't want to get that capitalized, okay? Think back. Think back to a couple times when you took a loss. You know what made it worse? You not accepting it. You know what made it worse? You trying to avoid it. You know what made it worse? You trying to do everything you can except acknowledge that you didn't have the outcome that you wanted. So the lesson of the week is simple. It's okay to take the lowercase L, okay? Now when it's capital, it hit different. Okay? When it's capital, it hurt more. When it's capital, it stay around longer. It lingers. Okay? Take the lowercase L, man. You'll thank me in the long run. That's the lesson of the week.
All right, and my lesson of the week. What is my lesson of the week? Let me think on this for a second. I would say my lesson of the week this week is approach everyone with the same grace and kindness as you would want to be approached with. And that doesn't mean treat people how you want to be treated, because you can still treat someone with a similar level of respect, but that doesn't mean that it's a graceful level of communication. Absolutely. And even it could be something as simple as, and that's the difference between a hey and a hello. Like I'll put it this way, like, me and my mother, my mother is my best friend in the world, still to this day, but me and my mother don't agree on nothing. Even though like she keeps me guided, but that's why I believe she does a great job of keeping me guided properly. But we always talk about like tone and inflection, because I'll tell her, because she'll be like, okay, well, what did the person say? And I was like, they were like, yeah, we'll see, or for example, we'll be in touch. And I'm like, yeah, they told me we'll be in touch. And she like, yeah, how did they say we'll be in touch? I'm like, they said it just the way I said it. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, because if they said it negative, I'm like, no, if they said we'll be in touch, it sounds different. She's like, yeah, but when you say it, you got to describe how they say it. I said, yeah, I get that, but like when people's tone and inflection, you have to, if you're going to repeat what they say and you just repeat it without the tone and inflection, then yeah, it doesn't have its meaning. You know what I mean? It's the difference between you saying hello and hello. Or hey and hey, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a difference. So it's a difference. Yeah. So I learned that, like having enough grace for other people, just to be compassionate enough to just speak to them with the same level of grace you would want, the same hey or open energy, especially because I got a beautiful dog, and everywhere I go, people always are approaching me now because I got this fucking dog, and it drives me nuts. But rather than me being confrontational, I'm just like, I have to be graceful because they walking up to me smiling because it's going to make their day to have seen and pet my dog. Yeah. And like, for example, these two old ladies I went to the dollar store because I go buy my dog like pig ears there because they cheap. These old ladies arguing in line because the one old lady want to touch my dog, and lady's like, you're teaching the dog bad behavior. And I'm thinking, lady, like, this is her having fun. Be graceful enough to mind your business. This is not your dog.
Hey, lady.
It's not your dog. This lady is happy. I literally said to my dog, like, you can pet him. I was just telling him to calm down because he's still so excited. He just want to hop up and you know what I mean? And this lady going off on this other lady, I'm like, if you just had enough grace just to be like, oh, that's a cute doggy, but like, you don't want to spoil him now or something like that.
Or just grace to shut the hell up.
Exactly. But that whole interaction goes differently. So, that's my lesson of the week.
That's dope.
Now let's go ahead, get up out of here, end it up. Affirmation of the week. Talk to us.